When I look at the process of electing the President of the United States, and I look at how we do it, at times I think, this is crazy. There are several people that I would like to see run. My profession is an executive search consultant. So I eat, live, and sleep thinking in terms of what the requirements, qualifications, and when I say qualifications for a role, I mean we get scalpels out and we really do biopsies on things, and we understand what are the knowledge, skills, and abilities that people have, what are the personality profiles that are necessary. I mean it is not superficial; it's very, very thorough. So when I look at the process of electing the President of the United States, and I look at how we do it, at times I think, this is crazy. Here we are electing a person to the significant role in the United States, and yet we don't really measure their qualifications. If you listen to Barack Obama and Hillary the other night in their debate, and when
who? If we listen to who?
Barack Obama.
Come
on. And Hillary.
Barack.
Barack Obama and Hillary the other night in their debate debate each other's qualifications. They weren't talking about qualifications. They were talking about views, perceptions. Well, if you think about it, it is very illogical for us to elect for President of the United States based on their views and perceptions. While views and perceptions are a part of what they need to be, for that role, there need to be serious qualifications. It's one thing to think about things in abstraction. It's a totally different thing to have to be on the hot seat and make the decision and be the one ultimately responsible for something in government. And when you're President of the United States, it doesn't matter whether you made the decision or somebody that in your administration, you are responsible for that. And if you stop and think, a modern example of that is how many times do we hear, well, the Bush administration did this, and it's the Bush budget, and it's the Bush this. Well, let's be a little realistic. We have literally thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of employees in Washington, D.C. who've all had their finger in that. So, and many of those, by the way, aren't necessarily Republicans. They're career government people. So to say it's the Bush budget, we're kidding ourselves. It's our budget. And to say the Bush administration made this decision or what have you, no, the government made that decision. Now, President Bush may have made a decision or several decisions, and that falls squarely on his shoulders. But what we've done is we've heaped this thing up to where the pressure on that whoever's in that role is significant. So my point here is that I tend to look at this as less the political side of things and more from the standpoint is who do I see who could step into that role and has the critical qualifications that I think would enable them to be the best leader of government and also to be a visionary, be a strategic thinker, and to have an almost perfect ability in their decision process. And there are a couple people I see. It's a long time till the conventions. And I think, by the way, that there's a very good chance we're going to see some strong third-party candidates. And one third-party candidate we may see, he may be third-party, he may not be, is Bloomberg from New York. And that man needs to be taken seriously. I mean, he is an exceptionally talented businessman. He's an exception. He's accomplished great things. He's led organizations. He's made tough decisions. He's taken over as a city, and if you look at what he's accomplished there, and when we say what he's accomplished and what he's enabled other people in the New York government to accomplish, it's absolutely remarkable how far they've gone in a short period of time he's been there. I think Bloomberg would be very good in the position of President of the United States. And he would be dramatically refreshing, a dramatically refreshing change from what we've experienced up till now, either Republican or Democrat. We're kidding ourselves if we think that a Democrat in the White House is going to change things dramatically, or a Republican in the White House is going to change things dramatically. Just isn't going to do it. Anybody who believes that doesn't understand the critical mass that exists in the government and the system in Washington, D.C. Newt Gingrich is one. Gingrich is highly political. But if you look back at the guy's track record, he was absolutely right on everything he said. He is probably one of the most advanced thinkers in the socio-political and economic time that I know of. The guy is brilliant. He's real visionary. He's able to look at complex problems, to analyze them thoroughly, break them down to their elements, and to then carve and craft strategies to deal with them. He's got a brilliant mind in that respect. His problem is most and let's take Bloomberg and Newt Gingrich are concerned, and they're two examples, is they're very capable guys who are brilliant, but they probably rank down in the lowest quartile in terms of good politicians. The reason being is they deal with things up front that need to be dealt with. Maybe not popular things, but the things that are really important, they'll deal with them. They'll take the heat for dealing with them, with the belief and that over time people are going to realize it's the right thing to do. And also, there is a good body of people behind them that realize that they are capable and do have confidence in them, and so will lend them their support. You've got some a little bit further on the outside that might come. Al Gore. Al Gore is a pretty smart guy. And I think he's found a new career, and he'd be better off staying in there. And I think it would be an absolute tragedy to have him in as President of the United States. And I think you'd find most people in the state of Tennessee would do that, say that.
On either side, really.
On either side. Al has an ego problem, just an incredible ego problem. And whenever he gets in positions of power and what have you, he loses the ability to control it. And if you stop about the Michael Bloombergs and the Newt Gingriches and some of these other people, and you look like, I'll even throw in there Bill Frist. I'm hopeful, and whether it be on the Democratic side or the Republican side, I'm hopeful that Super Tuesday is not going to be the end of it. There are a couple quotes that I saw today in some of the news things that said that it's all going to be over on Super Tuesday. Well, maybe I'm a little older than most. I don't think so.